Everyone hurry! The fishing tourney is about to begin. No! I missed the mailbox. Open the door, Skip. To find the bass that I should grab, but I'm not gonna grab. Alright, hello. Hi, I'm back. Anything? No. Okay, so yeah, I did win one. And I lost that one, then I won that one. And I won that one. Okay, so I've won 3 out of the 4. Can I win the 5th? That'll be a question for the ages. Anyway, we're here. Let's see what happens. So, it is turnip day. Tomorrow is a raffle. This creates a dilemma. I don't like to buy, especially when the raffle's on a Monday, because I don't have a good idea about how it's going to go for the week then. Now, it is a little late, which is, that's a factor too. Like, I mean, I was a little slow. Yeah, having breakfast today, I guess. But the point is that, like, I wasn't expecting to buy a lot. I might still buy some turnips, depending on the price and where Joan is, and yada yada yada. But I'm not planning to spend a long time doing that. Yeah, like if the price is right, I'll drop a little bit. Right? Like if it's max price, sure. If I buy 5 inventories, I've done a mil. And why not, right? So we'll just see where Joan is and take it from there. And then yeah, we have the fishing tourney in the store. That's about it. And tomorrow Sahara, the raffle, and then it's July. July creatures are on the table. And then we have the first hometown day in a different town on Thursday, and then the fireworks and raffle on Friday. So this next week, there's a lot going on, to be honest. So it'll be interesting. Okay, so far, I'm not seeing Joan. What's up with that? Also, yeah, like July, there's only 2 new fish, I think, but there's like 11 new bugs. So the bug front, it's gonna get crazy. And then yeah, we're looking at like September for finishing off everything. Blue striped knit. This actually might be new. Let me just. Ooh, move off. Okay, let me. Blue. No. No? I don't need that. I've been lied to. There's still like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's like 6, technically 7 blue shirts that I need. And you're telling me that's not one of them? Why are there so many blue shirts? What's the deal with blue shirts? Okay, what's the deal with Joan, actually? This is bad. I don't like this. Give me Joan. I don't even want to buy today, and you're gonna just do this? Maybe that means that it's a good price. Last time I saw her immediately, it was an awful price, and she was super cooperative. So I'm in. Okay, of course she's down here. I'm not gonna. We're just gonna get the lowdown. Okay, 98. 98. It's not like bad. It's not great. Why is Tortimer here? Oh, the fishing tourney, right? I guess you only get like 1 trophy per season. That makes sense. But yeah, okay. I know, like, I could buy in that acre, but like, there's water. I don't have money near it. There's a building. It's an awful acre, and it's super far away. Like, everything about that acre sucks when it comes to like actually running the turnips to and fro. I say that for copper. So yeah, it's not particularly good. Okay, Jonah's now here, and you know what? This acre is not particularly good either. But I could still maybe make some of that work. Do I have them? No, I took it. Okay, you know what? Let's just assess the fish situation, the fishuation here. Let's see what we're working with what I have. We're doing this out of order because again, I don't really care too much about the turnips this week. I don't have a good feeling. But it's also a raffle week, so I feel like it's gonna troll me. So I don't want to like not buy anything. Yeah. Sorry, I thought I said the wrong word. Yep. You're telling me I don't even have a winner off the bat? That's a bad sign. I was like, wait, what if I catch a regular bass? But then Otis already has an 18-inch, and I think like 19's the max for a regular one. Okay, so 20 is not gonna win. There's no way 20 wins. 20 will get me something. There's probably nothing good. I feel like I've got the rally shirt many times now. So let's continue. Cherry shirt. We do have the cherry shirt already. I don't know what I'm talking to. Please ignore what I'm doing. I'm a fool. I feel like I have all these shirts. They look familiar to me. I can't remember what they're called though. Oh wait, that no. Wait. That chair. That chair. Do you see that chair? Do you see the chair? Oh wait. Okay, wait a second. I'm actually oh man. Okay, so those shirts, I don't need any of those. But this, come on. Oh, that's the one. You know that's the one. That's one of the very few regularly acquirable pieces of furniture that I still need. That's huge. That's actually huge. This is expensive, hey? It's a little expensive. Oops. So yeah, that jade chair. Now there's 8 regular furniture items that I need, supposedly. Right? There's the two Cosmos models, a Pansy model, 2 Tulip models. That's 5 right there. Okay, then there's a Weed model. That's from a different event. So it's just a garbage can, and the violin. Those are the only 2 that I need. It's pretty cool. Then I won't have to worry about anything. Okay, so that number matches. That one's still the same. Okay, good. I have to double check to see how many tickets I have. Right now I have a stack of 2. I don't know if I might have 1 extra. So I'm gonna just double check that real quick. But right now, the store's done. I don't want to buy turnips, but I feel like I should just buy a little bit, just in case. Because if I do, it could pay off another debt, you know? Oh, is this actually the perfect amount? No, that was a stack of... Wait, what? That was a stack of 1? For real right now? Okay, so if I bought 3 more items... Why am I talking to him again? I was like, oh, this will be cheaper than the furniture back there. Why does he get all the expensive tile today? Why? I'm getting scammed. Try to save my money on this stuff. This is gonna be good, right? Yeah, 800. Easy. Okay. So I buy this. Store's done with. Then it's just fishing. And... Okay, anyway. Again, this acre is, how do you say it? Awful? It really doesn't have a lot of space. It's, not great. But, this is our nearest stockpile of money. So again, this one had 30 bags. That's right, 30 bags. That's 9, 12, 15, 18, 20, 24. I took 6. Okay, so now I have... How much money did I just take? Almost 10. That's almost 300k. That's 10. That's 300k. And if I look at the price of Rooski, the 150k, 147k per inventory. So that is 2 inventories. If I take these 3, yeah, I don't know if I should buy or not. It doesn't feel like something I should do, but I'm kind of just doing it for the sake of it, you know? I guess I could keep money here. That might be a decent place to keep a little cash. Okay, so I do have 60k. Yeah, I don't know. So again, I don't really want to buy turnips because I had a spike last week and it's a raffle week. I don't want to shuffle the RNG because I think I'm due for 6 spikes in a row. Now, obviously, that's not going to happen. And if it does happen, it's statistically incredibly unlikely. That's like the dream RNG. And that is, what? What's the word? I can't remember. A double entendre? Yeah, I think that would be the word. If you catch what I'm saying. So there's a bit of a joke in there. Anyway, if I buy 3 inventories, that's like 500k. And if 500k hits, it's not a lot, but it's like 4 mil, which could pay off another debt. Could pay off most of the debts, actually. And then I wouldn't have to think about it. But yeah, I don't know. I wasn't planning to buy a lot today, and it's not really like a great price. I just want to have something, just in case, you know? Chances are I will lose. But if we're talking like not even 1 mil, like, oh no, I lost. We're not gonna lose too much. I mean, really, what are the chances it spikes twice? Incredibly little. Well, it's still a 50% chance, right? Actually? Yeah, like, what am I yapping about? If it's a random spike, there's still a 50% chance of it being a random spike the next week. So there's still just as great of a chance, almost. Right? If it's a random no spike or decreasing, there's a 60% chance of it being a spike. But then for 6 weeks, I saw no spike. So, I don't know what that 60% chance is. But 50, like, it could still happen. It could still happen. Obviously, there's more chance if it's, like, some other pattern, but I don't think it really matters. We've seen multiple spikes back to back. I don't know if all of those involved reloads or not. One of them did for sure. I mean, I guess we've seen 3 spikes back to back. That has happened. But, oh, and then, yeah, and then there's those 2. So, I don't know. I'm not too sure. I don't want to buy a lot though. I don't want to be here all day. I just messed up. I've gone and done it now. Yeah, could I really afford that? Ooh, I don't know. Yeah, sorry, the little pocket change I have here. And it's not like I've been doing this for months now. She should know. She should know I have money. Like the price of one rare fish. I don't know, I feel obligated to buy these. I don't want to buy them though. Just for the record. I'm just gonna eat those. I need a snack. And to never deal with stacks of 50. Or 100 rather, my bad. Yeah, I mean, I'm only doing this out of obligation. I don't feel like I'm gonna hit the spike, but it could happen, and I don't want to have nothing if it happens. That's really what it boils down to. I just don't want to be like, oh no, I lost out on money. But also, like, if I don't get money this time, it's not gonna hurt that much. I won't lose that much. I am playing vanilla. I don't time travel. I've never really been one to time travel. It's just never been my thing. I did like the entirety of New Horizons. That took like 4 years. Streaming basically every day. Although at the end I stopped doing weekends because I didn't need them anymore. And there was like literally nothing new I could get on those days, so I didn't bother. But yeah, so I've been doing this since like December. Like six and a half months in. On the 3DS? Do they have this on the 3DS? No, they don't have this. Do they? Let me check. This is GameCube. No, this is the original one. Oh, there's like New Leaf's like the fourth one. I haven't got to the other one. I mean, I played all of them as they came out. So I've played all of them. But like before New Horizons, I played probably like Wild World and New Leaf the most. I didn't play a lot of City Folk, and then I played some of this one, but not as much as I would have liked to. And then New Horizons came out and I streamed it, and I was like, oh, maybe I should make a thing where I stream all of them. Ooh. And here I am buying turnips. Honestly, the turnips are the worst part in this game for like getting everything. Everything else is going pretty well, but the turnips are a bit of a yikes. It just takes a lot. You need a lot of money. You need to max your bank account to get an item, actually. You need 1 billion bells. I have like 100 million in 6 months. Now, to be fair, I wasn't buying for the first month, and the past 2 months have been bad. Also, I wake up late, and I play legit. So when I wake up late, I miss out on prime buying time. Oh, yeah, okay. So you had an Island 4, updated. Yeah, it's... So they had... Yeah, I feel like, I don't think you're not alone, with it being the first one. I mean, I've been here since the beginning, but, like, I think New Horizons, like, quadrupled the sales of what New Leaf did. So, like, a lot of people got introduced through it. I think that's pretty normal. Not Nothing crazy there. And yeah, the old games, they got a lot going on, a lot of charm. I still like New Horizons, but a lot of people said, you know, not so favorable things. But that's fine. The graphics? I'm gonna try to do a little bit of fishing real quick. Well, I mean, this is the first one. This game is, how do I say it? What's the word? Uh, like, this game's like 25 years old. Okay, it's a little old. And then Wild World, which was on the DS, was probably released like 20 years ago now. Yeah, like that one's 20 years. But that one is on the DS, so that one's gonna be super pixelated. City Folk wasn't like, it looked fine. It was on the Wii. And then New Leaf looked pretty decent. It was. I'd say it looked pretty similar to what like New Horizons did. The art styles are fairly in line. But yeah, this one's a little old, you know? A little old. I mean, I'm a fan, but this is the one I played this one to begin with. A little nostalgic for it. But yeah, I kind of want to like play all of them and complete all of them, but it's easier said than done. Let's go with that. Again, everything's like not too bad, and I will have like most of the stuff within a year. It's just like getting all the money from the turnips. What features does new? Where do I begin? I could write like a long list. That's oh shoot, that was probably one that I needed. For starters, I can't change my tool. If you want to change your tool, you have to like do that and then like pull out another tool and then put it on. You can't just use the D-pad or whatever. Which is really annoying because when you go to talk to villagers, you like actually put away the tool and then talk to them, and then you take the tool out again. So if you're talking to villagers a lot, you gotta like take your tool away. Otherwise, it's gonna just like add up a lot of time. It's a real pain. You can't like terraform. Terraforming was introduced in New Horizons, so you can't do that in like any other game. That means like, you know, you can't like move trees. If you want to like move trees around, you gotta like cut them down or like replant them and all that. I mean, there's just a lot of features that were introduced like in the other games that aren't in this one, because it was the first one again. You saw the fish is different? Is there other fish, bugs, frogs? Wait, you're saying wait, I'm confused. Sorry, you're saying New Horizons is missing what? Like all the bugs and fish and fossils, or is it not? I feel like I'm always remembering it. I mean, I have the wiki open, so let me just. Oh yeah, I guess it's not. It was in everything except New Horizons. Interesting. I don't know what's up with that, actually. I haven't done, like... Most of my fishing for New Horizons was, like, within the first year or so. So I just wasn't remembering it. But yeah, okay, it's not in New Horizons. It's in every other Animal Crossing game. Interesting. I mean... I'm trying to think. So, like, this game, which is like a re-release of a re-release, I wouldn't bet on that. Like this one had like 40 bugs and 40 fish. That's all that was in this one. And then they had they increased it, I think, in Wild World. I'm trying to think. I think New Leaf had like 80 of each, probably. And then New Horizons also had 80. So like I don't think they're gonna go like well above 80. They might hit like 100, but I wouldn't think that they're gonna do too much more than that. I'm not sure. That's just my sense. That's sad. You're tired of sea bass? No. That's the whole point. That's the point. Sea bass are the point. There's a collective hatred for catching sea bass, and if they weren't as common as they were, that wouldn't be a thing. Trust me, I've been hating sea bass for 20 years. We all have to unite against the sea bass. It's funnier that way. Really, just like certain types of year. They're super common in every game. They're like the most common ocean fish. There is actually like a 2-week period in September or something where you can't catch them in this game. So that's kind of funny. But apart from that, they're like available year round and they're really common, I think. This is not going very well. But yeah, there's a lot of features. Multiplayer. You can like travel to other towns if you like have another memory card and you put it in the other slot of the GameCube, but you can't, like, there's no online multiplayer. Favorite? That's tricky. I don't actually know. Probably like Goldie or Bunny or Peanut. I don't know. Those are like some of my favorites, and they are in this game. Some of my other favorites like got introduced later. I'm just gonna go with them. Am I catching like the wrong size of fish? Okay, there we go. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna go cash these in and see what happens. So it's the fishing tourney today, and if you catch any size of bass, you can go and give it to Chip, and then he'll measure it, and then you'll get a random length, and maybe you'll win. This is the last one of the season, so I'm going to see if I can, like, you know, get an extra item from winning, hopefully. I've won 3 out of the 4 this month. I gave him 1 bass already today, but it's only 20 inches. I can't remember. Okay, 21 inches, that sucks. Because CJ's actually new in New Horizons. Every other game had Chip as the fishing tourney guy, and then CJ showed up. I can't remember if it's like his grandson or not. I don't know if that's the lore. I think that might be the lore. That was not great though. Yeah, he's the son of Chip. And Flick is the son of Nat. So yeah, they just like... Oh, and this one you have Joan, who is the turnip seller, and then that's why I was saying grandson of like, because Daisy May is like Joan's granddaughter or something like that. So it's like, yeah, New Horizons are like, everyone's getting old. We need to replace them with other people. Okay, so 25 inches did win one of the fishing tourneys. However, let me just double check this. Yeah, so 25 inches did win me one of them. But I also lost to a 26-inch fish. So I feel like maybe I can try to just get a couple more and see if that's enough. Tom Nook runs the store in this game. If you that's another one, which is in the same theme. In this game, like when you get the final upgrade, which I don't have at the moment, that's when Timmy and Tommy help out upstairs. But Nook's always the one running the store until like, I don't know, New Leaf maybe. I think New Leaf is where they have like Nookling Junction and all that. I just had a feeling. Yeah, they do show up later. There's no Celeste in this game. It's just the museum only has blathers. There's no Roost. KK just plays outside the train station. We got another one. But yeah, Blathers has been here since the beginning, basically. Celeste, no. She got introduced in the DS game, Wild World. Okay, please. Please. 26. Okay. I think 26 is maybe good enough. Are we talking about Phyllis? Oh yeah, the pelicans. Yeah, I should talk about that. They got rid of the mail. At the post office, you'd have Pelly working there in the like the day, and Phyllis would work during the night. And then you'd also have Pete, who would like... Oh, Pelly, okay. So Pelly's like the white one, and then the purpley one is Phyllis. I guess maybe she has a pink shirt, but yeah, like they do have like distinct feather colors. Yeah, so in like every other game, well, maybe not every other game, but in this game there's actually just like a post office. The airport didn't get put in until New Horizons because the whole island thing. And then, yeah, there's still a post office in Wild World, I think, but then you have a gate. And then I think city folk, you'd like taxi away. I think that still has a post office. I don't remember if they have a post office in New Leaf. Or maybe they don't. It might be like combined with like the town hall, I think. I can't remember. Like, yeah, that might be the thing. It's been a minute, so I don't remember exactly. But yeah, like I like the airport, I like the dodos, but like, how could they replace my pelicans like that? Lemon trees and star trees. Okay, I think New Leaf had extra fruit. I don't know if it was lemons. It was weird. I was weirded out by it, to be honest. As a longtime fan, I was like, what have they done? this is the most ridiculous thing ever because it's like fruit, and I'm like, what do you mean there's new fruit? This is unacceptable. You can't do this. So yeah, like they had the regular 5 fruits all from the beginning. You know, apples, cherry, oranges, peaches, pears. That was always there from the beginning. And then if you went to the island, which you need the Game Boy Advance and link cable to do, then you could get coconuts. And then yeah, it was always just the 5. It's always basically been the 5. But in New Leaf, they added some. There's 6 types of exotic fruit that were introduced, which are worse. And they don't grow in your town natively. They're from Tortimer Island. And so it's like they had the banana, durian, lemon, lychee, mango, and persimmon. And then you could get like perfect fruit as well. So that was only in New Leaf, and I don't know, I didn't know how I felt about it. It was weird. I was like, what do you mean there's new fruit and they're worth less? You know, like they're only worth 250 bells, which is not great. Yeah, there's been a lot of random changes throughout the years. They had like a bunch of like holiday events in this game, and then in the DS one they removed the holiday events, but then they brought them back later. That was kind of interesting, a little weird. It's an interesting history, that's for sure. Okay, for real though, where is Joan right now? I did the opposite circuit again. I always do this. Like if I go one way, I'll find her immediately, but if I go the other way, it will take forever to find her. I think I'm happy with the 26-inch fish. I think that'll probably win me the last tourney of the summer, so we're gonna stick with that. And then yeah, really the only other thing I have to do today. Okay, what if this was a large bass though? What if? I do have theories. I did mention them one day. I was just like spitballing a lot of ideas for fun. Now I saw something. Okay, nice. It is a large bass. I saw something that like someone's like, oh, there's a leak. They're gonna announce the next Animal Crossing game next month, and I was like, really? I don't want them to announce it yet, to be honest, because I'm playing this one, and if they do announce it and release it, then I'll be playing 2 at the same time, and that might be a bad time. Just saying. So, but if they released it near the end of this year, which I don't think they're gonna do, by the way, but then it would like not affect me as much because I would have played a year and I'll have less to do like every day. Do I have theories though? Yeah, kinda. Also, like usually they don't release an Animal Crossing game on the console's launch. Like, it's never a launch title. It was only a launch title on the GameCube because it was a port from the Nintendo 64. It was one of the last games to release on the Nintendo 64, and then 8 months later they ported it over to the GameCube. So it's like, yes, it's one of the first 5 games that was on the GameCube, but it's not really like fair to say that because it was a port. And then every other game has come out like a year or 2 after the console has released. Like the Switch came out in 2017. Okay, I'm just saying, 2017. Also, if I get these large bass, this will like come in handy. One year after the new systems go out, it's like a year or 2 usually, or even 3. Again, the Switch came out in 2017, and New Horizons came out in March 2020. And I think they put it out. They like rushed it out, kind of, not really. They delayed it at one point, actually. Sorry. So yeah, it's like that's like 3 years. I know people are like, oh, it's been 6 years since we've had. Sorry, it's not been 6. People are like, oh, it's been 5 years since we had an Animal Crossing. We're overdue for one. It's like, okay, that's not how it works. What do you mean? It's like, yes, they're gonna make a new one for sure. It was the second best-selling game on the Switch. They'd be foolish not to. And basically every console has had one. The GameCube had one, the DS had one, the Wii had one, the 3DS had one. They skipped over the Wii U. I don't think they skipped. I don't think they quit updating to work on the new one. I think, again, they weren't like expecting it to be as popular as it was, and I think part of the dev team or some of the dev team is like shared with Splatoon. So I think they pulled off. I think they pulled off people. Like I think that's why. That's what I've heard at least. Is that like the teams are shared or it's like partially shared. I'm not sure of the specifics, so don't quote me on it. Do your own research. But I think it has something to do with Splatoon and the dev team working on that instead. Because yeah, they stopped the updates, and then they're working on like Splatoon stuff. But they might, like they might allocate resources differently based on this. Also, like Pocket Camp, there was the Pocket Camp team, and I don't know how they fit into this, but Pocket Camp is no longer being updated. Pocket Camp released, I think, in like 2017. Maybe, I think. And then as of this year, they stopped, like the beginning of this year, they stopped updating that, and now it's just like a paid version. Like it's a pay once and buy it, and then you can just keep playing, and they just like cycle through stuff. They're not like adding new stuff, but it went for like whatever, 7 years. So yeah, I'm not sure like how that's going. Like, I don't know where that team's going. Are they going back to Animal Crossing? Were they on Animal Crossing before? Were they like doing Splatoon stuff? Either way, I'm not sure. But yeah, usually it's like, I would say it's usually like 2 years since like after the console comes out. They could do things differently this time, but like historically speaking, I feel like that's what's most likely. So my predictions were that they would announce it next year. Like we would hear about it next year, and maybe it would come out late next year. At the earliest is what I was saying. I mean, like, I don't know. The community is a bit problematic sometimes. Because, oh, I should have got that one. Shoot. They like to hate on New Horizons. They like to say that it's an unfinished game and New Leaf is better. And I think New Leaf did have, like, certain things that were better. But New Horizons did some things well. And there's some cool new things in there, like terraforming. You couldn't put furniture outside until New Horizons. That is not a feature in any of the other games. In New Leaf, you could, like, order public works projects. But those are specific things, and, like, moving them was a pain, I think. Couldn't just decorate. Maybe? No, you couldn't, you could put, like, in this game, there's signposts. I could, like, put up signposts outside, and I could put a custom design on it. That's it. That's all I can do. Maybe in the next one we can put rugs outside. That would be pretty huge. But yeah, like from a design perspective, New Horizons really stepped up the game. And I don't think anyone can like take that away from that game. Like just being like I think online and custom codes were a thing. I don't remember which game started them, to be honest. Like, I know you could connect online with the Wii, but I don't know if they had that. I think the 3DS had something. I'm having... I don't know, I didn't do a lot of, like, design stuff until New Horizons, so I'm not super familiar off the top of my head. Oh, that was not good. But yeah, I think we're going to see one, like, late next year at the earliest. And that'll, like, give me most of the time to be done with this game. I won't be done, though. I'll probably still need turnips. So it's like I'm going to play the new one and then get turnips in this game. That's probably how it will go. playing two of them at the same time, I've joked about it before, and I think it's fine sometimes, but if there's like a time when like multiple things line up, that could be a busy day. Turnips are like the best moneymaker in this game. Like, it's not even funny. It's more simplistic than the other games. There's only like 3 patterns the turnips can follow, and if you do get a spike, it'll always be 8 times whatever the selling price or buying price was. So you always make 7 times your money if you get a spike. If you spend, you know, like 100k on an inventory, congrats, there's 700k. Nothing comes close. It's not even funny. During the summer, you could get like better fish, but like fishing isn't even profitable most of the time. And obviously you could do fruit, but that's a lot of work and it's not as efficient. And again, one item in this game can there's a code system in this game, but that's not like legit as far as I'm concerned. But there's a code system in this game where like people like reverse engineered it, so there's this tool and you can like make it so like give you items. Like there would be items, like if you had an item, you can go to Nook and you could say like, oh, I want to give this code to someone, and he would give you a code, and then you could give that code to like a friend or something, and then your friend would get that item. That was a thing. But you could also like, they would release online codes for special items. There's like some Mario themed items in the game, and you can only get those by putting in a code. There's no other way to get them. But then there's also like, because people reverse engineered it, you could get codes for anything. So you could get a code for this post office model, but the legitimate way to get the post office model is to have a maxed bank account. So like, I'm collecting everything, I'm doing all the events, there's a lot of random events throughout the year, getting all the items, fossils, fish, bugs, painting, you know, all that stuff. Complete the museum. I'm trying to get all that stuff, and eventually I'll have all of that stuff, and it's likely that I will just have to keep getting money at that point. And at that point, that is the end game, and legitimately, I just have to show up every Sunday, buy turnips, and then check prices throughout the week. I will probably get everything before I get enough money, unless I get really, really lucky and I put a lot of time into it. It just, like, certain weeks, because there's raffles. Oh yeah, there's raffles in this game. That was only in this game. On the last day of the month, Nook closes the store. You can't sell there anymore. You can't buy anything. You can just raffle. And every time you buy, like, certain things, the entire month, you get a raffle ticket for that month. So I try to get like 5 tickets every day so that when the raffle day comes around, I have like 30 tickets. And there's 3 prizes. And you can only get those items from the raffle. And I say only, I mean there's other ways you could get them. But the main way to get these items is from the raffle. Alternatively, if you win the fishing tourney, you can get one item that's either from Red exclusively or from the raffle. That's why I really want to win it, because it could give me something new. Sorry, that's just added a lot of information. And I did not stop talking. But yeah, the gist of it is that I need to have 1 billion bells, and I have like 116 million so far. Which is good. But it's not enough. But again, like, some weeks I don't put it, like, I don't have a lot of time and I don't put enough time in. And like, I just don't wake up early. You know, like, I started streaming like a little bit before noon. And Joan's here until noon. But yeah, so basically doing everything, pretty easy. But getting that last item is a bit of a pain. Like I said, I've been playing for like 6.5 months. I have a spreadsheet that's tracking everything, and I have like 78% of all the items so far. As it stands, like the store, Nook store, has its own pool of just regular furniture items. I only need 2 more of those right now, and I got 1 today. So like, there's only 2 more that I can get just from random sources. All the other furniture are from like events, or the island, or Red, or the raffle. So it's a lot of specific stuff at this point. Clothing, not No, but that's because like it's seasonal. Like there's 30 or so shirts that are only available in each season. And I have most of them so far, but I haven't even hit one of the seasons, right? So it's like I still need a big chunk of shirts. Yeah, anyway, so I should find Joan, actually. Right now I have 3 large bass. Those are locked in for November, so that's actually really good. I'm pretty happy about that, actually. Where did I last see Joan? Down below, right? I want to see, like, maybe I can buy a little bit more, maybe not. So I don't know if... I was going to talk about it. Like, they had this game. They released this game. And then they released Wild World. Do I not have an ABD for bells? No. There's one in the post office. It's only in the post office. Also, you can only you can only hold 30k. You cannot have 99,000 bell bags. You can take out 100,000, 10,000, or 30,000. So every one of those bags is 30k. Also, this game is interesting in that it works in an acre system. If you look at the map, sorry, I should have highlighted this. This is actually one of the more interesting things about the game. But it's a 5x6 grid. And every single screen is loaded at a time. Right? So like whenever you move between them, the camera shifts and it loads stuff in. That's why I was fishing. I just kept switching between these because that actually like forces the fish to spawn. So the acre system's kind of cool in some ways, but it's also kind of annoying in others. Yeah, they really got rid of that though. It was only in this game. Every other game, just like you have just a map. And the way that it works in the other games is that it's just essentially a large cylinder. Like your town is just a cylinder. So as you run around it, you either run across it or like you rotate up and down. I mean, I don't know. Might have been mad. Did you just randomly get mad in this game? Or if they like talk to someone, they could get mad. Or it could just be the makeup. I wasn't paying attention, to be honest. Okay, so Joan must be back this way? Because I think last time... I'm just trying to maybe buy a couple more turnips before I wrap up. Anyway, they might put the GameCube game on... Wow, this is an awful acre, but okay. I can make this work, I guess. Anyway, yeah, so they released the Wild World on the DS. I don't think they released this on anything else. Then City Folk came out on the Wii. He is on Harz Island. That's Tortimer. He is the mayor. And he was the mayor of every town until New Leaf, where he retires. Yes, he canonically retires in New Leaf. And then he just shows up again in New Horizons for fun. He's here because of the fishing tourney. He hands out medals. Okay, so I have 10 more bags. We're gonna go with that. And then that'll be like 5 inventories, and that should be good enough. And yeah, you can only buy like one at a time here. So it really takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time doing turnips. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, they released the GameCube one. I don't think it was on anything else. Then Wild World came out. And that was on the DS. And then City Folk came out on the Wii. And I can't remember. I think there's... And then the Wii U might... The Wii U eShop, I think, had a version of Wild World that was ported to it. And then... the 3DS game didn't come out on anything else. And then yeah, okay, so they haven't really. I guess like with Nintendo Switch Online, and the retro collections, they only just have hit the GameCube. And this game didn't exist on the N64, but only in Japan. So it wouldn't have been released worldwide, because then they would have had to like localize it. And why would they do that if they already have this, which is a localized version of it? So I think there's a possibility we could see this game on the Nintendo Switch 2 expansion. However, there's one thing which a lot of people, it's a fun trivia thing that's brought up, but this game doesn't work, and I put work in quotes, past the year 2030. And I think that's basically because of the lunar moon cycle or whatever. There's like a harvest moon event in game, and that either happens like it's like the day before of I can't remember exactly. It's the last full moon before whatever. But basically, the algorithm to figure out the date doesn't work. Yeah, it's because of this event basically. But they hard coded the years, so like people have data mined the game and like whatever decompiled it. So like the code in the game basically just has hard coded dates until the year 2030. So they could like update that. Because I think because they had that limitation, they just made it so it loops after 20, like anything past 2030 just loops. So they could just update that one thing, and if that's all that it is, then it would continue past 2030. And yeah, they could probably release it, but they couldn't. I don't think they would release it as it is without making that change. So it's like, how likely are they to make that change? Maybe they would, maybe not. I don't know. But I think it would be weird if they didn't. And then yeah, the DS. I think that we will see a DS, like Nintendo Switch Online thing. We do have like the Joy-Con. The new Joy-Cons do have those mouse features, and that could work well for like the DS stuff. So I think we will see the DS stuff for sure. And then maybe we'll get Wii eventually. So like maybe we'll see more retro Animal Crossing games on the Switch 2. But my predictions for the new one is that it will come out late next year. But then all these people are saying leaks that it's going to get announced next month. I don't really want it to happen that soon, because I'm working on this, but it'll be interesting. And even if it does get announced now, it might not come out until next year. It could just be like a, we know everyone's asking for it, we're acknowledging it, you know? I mean, yeah, there's no way they... I mean, I say that, but I really just don't think it's coming out this year. I'm not really sure how they're gonna go with it either. It's like, there's two ways they could go. They could either, like, double down on crafting, or they could remove crafting. A lot of people... I don't know, a lot of people. There is a subset of people that didn't enjoy crafting. I'm fine with crafting. I don't mind it. I just hit the wrong button. Good job, me. So yeah, it really depends on crafting, because they could go like further in depth with crafting and add like more things. I had this idea where like, yeah, Animal Crossing, well, technically you craft in Pocket Camp, but that's a mobile game, it's not a mainline game, that doesn't count. But yeah, crafting is a new thing that was introduced in New Horizons. Well, I guess kind of you could craft through like the retail or whatever it's called, recycle, the llama store. There's a llama store at New Leaf. I think you could give them ingredients and they could craft things, but like it was more limited. It wasn't just like you could craft all these things at a station. You would need to like bring them all the items. So I guess you could technically craft in that one, kinda, but it's not quite the same. But I had a lot of ideas for New Horizons. I always wanted the ability to unlock like extra islands. Like once you like pay off all your debts, you could like use Nook Miles to unlock another island, and then you could like, you know, make a new island, or maybe it'd be like that's all was something I always wanted. So I was having this idea that like you would be in towns and you would have to like collect materials to like like you could have multiple towns, and you would like you would collect materials to like basically make it to like get to these towns. Like you'd have to like put materials in to like clear the way to like unlock other areas, and you could like make these like roads or whatever between them. I was just thinking of ways they could expand the crafting system that would maybe make sense. Or it's like maybe like, yeah, you have to like unlock villagers or like special characters by doing these things. It really just depends on if they stick with crafting or not. If they continue with crafting, then yeah, like we'll see more. And they'll probably go more in depth. But like from like a game progression thing, you know? The technically in this game, like you have your town and then you also have an island, but the island is tiny. I did see a comment of someone being like suggesting that like we should have like a town and an island in the new one. But so like this game again, it kind of has that, but not quite because it's a small island. So like, what if you had like a full town and then you had a full island? That'd be kind of cool. I would like that. I kind of like more. I want to like be able to get more. But the problem with this game, it's not a problem with the game, but the problem with that is it's not good to do with money. Because like people can just like, you know, travel to other people's towns, or they can like time travel. So like having something like that that's locked behind money, so then would have to be Nook Miles, but are they going to even have Nook Miles? Good question. I mean, bulk crafting, that's a honestly, bulk crafting didn't bug me too much. I understand it would have been nice to have, but it was like one of those things where I was like, I mean, yeah, it would be nice, but it's like it would be nice to have. I never thought it was necessary, but if they're gonna like continue with crafting, then yeah, maybe it'd be a good idea to like make it so we can do more. Like, yeah, I made a lot of bait over the days. Wait, bulk buying, like with clothes? Oh, one time per cat. I mean, hey, even being able to buy that many is a huge improvement. In this game, like, you buy one shirt at one at a time, whatever, but I don't think the other games you could buy, like... I don't know, I still think that was, like, maybe better that it could... it's hard to remember. It's weird. There's so many, like, decisions or design choices that, like, most people would be like, what is this? This is awful. And we're like, no, this is a huge improvement from what we had before. What are you talking about? That's how I feel when I talk about this stuff. I'm like, you should have seen it years ago. We've come so far. Now, what I'm doing right now, it looks weird, but I'm dropping turnips at the signposts just in case somebody happens to like take up one of those signposts. If someone moves away, or if like a visitor shows up and they set up at that signpost, the turnips get put in the lost and found, and then they won't go bad. And then they'll be good forever. Until I get a spike. So if I do this to like a bunch of signposts, there's a decent chance that some of them will end up in the lost and found. And if I can get like 9 of these in the lost and found, that's like a full inventory. That's basically 1 mil in profit that I'm just locking away. So why not, right? I just have to remember where I'm putting them. That's the only problem with this. But yeah, I think there'll be some more quality of life things for sure. it'll just be interesting to see which ones. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to the next game, obviously. I just don't want it to happen this year because I'm already playing this one. That's just a me thing. And yes, I want everyone else to wait because of what I'm doing. No, I just want everyone to be patient. Like I've been. I kept waiting for the one on the Switch, trust me. I was like, when are they gonna release this thing? Also, I bought in like acres that are far away from the store. I could also just like move these near the store and be done with it. But I want to just take this time to move them closer and also see if we can get some walked away. Because again, I'm not sure if we're gonna like hit a spike this week or not. Just covering all the bases here. I mean, yeah, I don't know. My assumption is it's happening late next year, but we're really just waiting for the next direct, which should be next month. And maybe that'll have all the answers. I think maybe they could announce it, but I just don't think it's happening this year, unless it's like literally in December. But even then, I don't think that makes sense. So I don't know. Okay, so I've dropped the 3 signposts here, the 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. So that's 6 signposts worth of turnips. Okay, I think I'm just about done here. So usually my Sunday streams are like longer because I'm dealing with turnips. Makes sense, I know. But yeah, usually they're like an hour and a half, 2 hours, 2.5 hours, maybe even 3 hours. Yeah, buying turnips takes up a lot of time. So I will be wrapping up in a few. I guess I'll drop these signposts just in case. This is really just aggressive. I don't know if I need to be doing all this. But yeah, I do stream every day. And yeah, Sundays are usually the long ones. During the week, sometimes it's like 10 minutes, sometimes it's like 20 minutes. Sometimes it can be like half an hour, but it's usually not an hour unless I'm doing extra stuff. Or like trying to get new bugs or fish or something. So I think all of my turnips are now just dropped, except like the few there. But yeah, we got a lot of stuff coming up in the next week. But yeah, that's it. I put in more time than I would have. I didn't buy a lot of turnips today. I only bought like 5 inventories because it's a raffle tomorrow and that could affect them. But yeah, it's been nice chatting. And like I said, I am here, so if you're ever around and I'm happy, you know, you might see me streaming again. You never know. I'm like kind of regular with my times, but not always. And like sometimes I have to change things up for the sake of the game, because like certain people only show up after like 6 or 9 p.m, which is kind of ridiculous. But yeah, so anyway, it's been good. I got 1 new chair, so the wrap up, I like to wrap up at the end of the stream. So I did get a new chair. That is one of the few, it's probably a better word choice, regular items from Nooks. Before I needed 3, now I only need 2. That's the violin and the garbage can. So that's cool. I don't think I got any new shirts today. Joan was selling at 98 bells, which is fine. Not amazing, not awful. So I bought 5 inventories and I dropped them at signposts. So hopefully some of them can get put into the lost and found, and that'll guarantee some extra money next spike. Because the lost and found's not really giving me any new items. Honestly, there's probably like very little reason for me to even check the lost and found. It might still give me new shirts, but that's really about it. And the dump has been doing way better at that lately anyways, so That's something to consider. But yeah, those are dropped at a bunch of signposts all over town. So there's a decent chance that some of them could end up in the lost and found. So yeah, that's one thing. Fishing tourney. I caught some more fish today, and we got a 26-inch fish, so that should probably win, unless somebody has a maxed 27-inch fish, but I feel like that's unlikely. And I also caught some extra ones, so we have 3 stored in my gyroid. So when November rolls around, we'll have a head start on those for those tourneys, because I'll want to get more raffle items. Anyway, so yeah, we did get a couple. We got one new thing today, and maybe we'll win the tourney, which could give us a new thing tomorrow. And then we have the raffle tomorrow and Sahara tomorrow. We'll get the second last Sahara item. Hopefully get at least 1 new raffle item. If we got 4 new raffle items, that would be insane. Very unlikely, but it's possible. And then we got other stuff going on in the week. But yeah, it's like an hour and 15. I didn't know if I'd stream this much today, but like I did buy some turnips, and then like I did fish and get a head start on fishing. It's probably helpful. And I also dropped turnips in a weird way. I don't usually drop turnips after buying them because I've already spent too much time doing that. But we'll see if this works out. Anyway, that's it for me. I will be back tomorrow and we'll see what happens. Goodbye.